Okay guys, so I'm currently working on kiwi farm and um, potatoes. If you look on kiwi farm, normally you would have the Veritron potato harvester, which is, it's only about 10,000 litre capacity, 3 metre working width, okay, which is not good. And then when it comes to planters, I think with the planters we only have, I think it's a 3 and a 6 metre planter. So there's a 3 metre planter and a 6 metre planter. Okay, so planting and harvesting is a very, very slow process, but with potatoes they are really good value for money. You get a really, really large amount of potatoes, so even though they're low price, you're going to get a lot of money back for them. Any root vegetables, you're going to get good money for. So if you look here on Kiwi Farm, they've actually got a root harvester that does sugar beet potatoes, tomatoes, carrots and onions. Alright, okay, so when it comes to the headers, they've got separate headers for each one. So if you go to beet technology again, you'll see that there'll be a different header for each one. So we've got a carrot header, which is a 7 mile working speed, onions, potatoes, sugar beet and tomatoes. Okay, you can choose what colour you want them to be, so you can colour code them depending on what you want to harvest. Okay, so that's on Kiwi Farms. Now just going to swap over maps now so I can set up the planters for you, because this is where we're going to go with this now. So we're going to go into Kiwi. There we go. Right, so actually no, I'm on the mod testing hub. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to go into potato technology and we're going to go to the far end. Now this is a mod that you can get in the mod hub. It's the GL660. okay, and yet again it is only a 6 meter, but what we're going to do now is we're going to purchase 3 of them. Okay, now there's two designs. There's non-design and then there's design yes. Okay, so we're going to go for non-design. All right, so we're going to buy 3 of these now. Okay, second thing we're going to do is we're going to go into cultivators. Now this is another mod that you need to download. I'm going to go through that with you now. Okay, so the mod you want to download is a KPS4. Okay, it's a cultivator, but it's not the cultivator that we're actually after. It's actually this SP11V, which comes with the pack. Okay, and it has a working width of 18 meters. All right, so what this allows you to do is allows you to pull three 6 meter cultivators or harrow or whatever really, but three items at the same time. Okay, so we bought one of them now. So this comes the tricky bit now, because what you have to do now is you have to line up these potato planters very, very close together. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to line them up. Now the tractor you need is any tractor will do, but it needs to be at least maybe 450 horsepower. Okay, because you're pulling quite a lot of weight here, especially when they're loaded with seeds. So we're going to try and get these as close as we can together now. Try and do it without hitting each other. There you go, that should be close enough. And then the last one. As I said, it is a bit tricky, but that could just be my ability on the driving. So. Okay, So next thing we're going to do now is pick up this bar. Now these wheels on this bar are like shopping trolley wheels, okay? They just go everywhere until they're connected. Once they're connected, they're really, really solid, but until that point, it is a little bit on the dodgy side, let's just say that. So we're going to try and carefully back this up. And I think what we'll do now is we'll open it up. Try and get close as I can, because once it's open, it makes it even more difficult. So there you go. Now I'll try and back it up very, very gently till we can get all three connected. Okay, so that's number one. Number two. And finally number three. Okay, so they're all connected now. So three of them at 6 metre each. So that's 6, 12, that's 18 metres in width. Okay. Now I'm not too worried about the seeding, because to back this up to the silo or tank or whatever you're using to seed is going to be a bit tricky. So we're going to try and have a little way of doing it. So what first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line it up to where I want it to start working. There we go. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to get somewhere, because we need to get the seed now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy any truck. I'm not too worried about the colour. And then we're going to buy a flatbed trailer. Okay. Of course the flatbed trailer is not in the actual trailer section. That makes sense. It could be then maybe under low loaders. Let's check the low loader. No, it's not under there either. It must be miscellaneous then. There you go, it makes perfect sense. Put a trailer in the miscellaneous. Okay, so we'll grab one of them for now. Also, something I want to grab is something to load it. So, just going to hook this up for now. Clear a bit of space outside the shop. Okay, so now I'm going to grab myself, you can use anything. You can use wheel loader, telehandler, front loader, anything really with a set of forks on it. So I'm just going to grab a wheel loader for now, and we'll grab a set of forks to go with it. Okay, next thing we need to do is buy these pallets. Now if you go to the pallet section, and you can get this in the mod hub, it's called Lizard reusable tanks. Okay, there's two types for bulk and two types for liquid. One carries 2,200 litres, and then the other will be 4,500 litres. It will take anything pretty much, including manure, slurry, whatever you want to put in them. So we're gonna buy a couple of these for now. We're going to need at least 3, but you can buy as many as you like. I mean, the flatbed trailer there, if you organise it correctly, you should be able to get 10, maybe 11 pallets on there. Okay, so once you've loaded them all up and put them on the back, you can just get the truck to follow you around wherever you are, especially if you're doing a really big field. Then it's worth doing. This also works with lime and fertilizer as well in these tanks. So yeah, again, if you're using lime or fertilizer, solid fertilizer or liquid fertilizer, yeah, again you can use this reusable pallets. Okay, so I'm just going to move this truck out of the way for now. I'll park it up here. and the other thing I'm going to need is a seed tank. So I'm just going to quickly pop one of them down. I'll just stick that down there for now. Okay, now comes the tricky bit, because yeah, picking these pallets up. So I'm going to try and pick it up from the side, but I think that's going to cause too many problems, so I'll try it straight on. There you go, first time. Right, so these refillable pallets, they have to be on forks. So as I said, telehandler, front loader, anything like that. It needs to be something that you can pick up. Now I've tried before to put these on the back of a bed and then maybe pull the truck up to the side of the seed tank, but it doesn't fill them, so this is the only way of doing it. So anyway, so you don't watch my poor driving, I'm just going to skip the next bit, and there you go, like magic. Lorry's all loaded. Okay, so I'm going to strap them down because there's a lot of weight, and as you go around the corner you're going to end up losing them. So we're just going to strap that down quickly, and then we're going to take the truck over to our tractor or the field. Now, as I said, if you do organise this correctly on this particular flatbed, you should be able to get 10, maybe even 12 pallets on there. So if you are doing big fields, then you've got a constant flow of seeds, fertiliser, lime, whatever you need really. Okay, we're just going to back up nice and gently behind it. That should do. Kind of looked a bit confused and lost there, didn't I? There you go. So all you need to do now is press left 3 to fill planter. Now don't worry too much if the planters look a little bit uneven. If it looks like there's less seed in one than the other, don't worry, because now you've connected all three together, the combination of seed will spread evenly across all of them. So even if you're going along and for some reason one empties before the other two, it will still carry on planting, as I say, because they are all connected to one. So I'll just get this filled up. And this way of using these reusable pallets is a lot handier, because once you're out on the field, the last thing you want to do is keep dragging this bit of equipment backwards and forwards to get seeds and stuff. So yeah, let's just say one of those useful mods, these refillable pallets. The other thing is as well, because they're refillable and you can put most bulk stuff in it, when you've done your first harvest of potatoes, you can use these refillable pallets then to put the potatoes in to refill your seeder, and that way it's never going to cost you seed. After your first harvest you shouldn't ever have to buy any more seeds, you just fill them up with potatoes. The only thing is, because they are separate planters, you do need to turn them on individually. And there you go. Okay, so all three are turned on, all three are lowered, and then off we go. Now, as you can see from the slightly changing colour, there's no gaps, spot on, 18 metres. Working speed is only 6 miles an hour, but individually they're only 7 miles an hour working speed, so you're losing 1 mile an hour. But when you think of the coverage area you're getting, you know, you're not working 6 metres at a time now per run. You're actually getting 18 metres per run. In the long term, it's going to save you money. Now what I would recommend is, if you're doing this in a field, possibly with some trees or whatever, make sure you've got a nice clear entrance or clear way at the end of each field, because the last thing you want to have to do is try and back these things up. But saying that, because of that bar, they are quite easy to turn around. I'm just going to demonstrate now. So as you can see, it does turn quite quickly and quite easily. And there you go. So yeah, there you go. 80 metre planter. Hope this was useful.